My cat is steadily getting more used to the apartment, which is important. I don't want her being scared all the time. I was able to go walk around a little bit there, and she did not go fleeing from her place that she's resting. I did just hear her hop down. Alright, so... Well, since we're on our way to get Submarimon and the other Digi-Egg Digivolutions were introduced during the second series, which I never really got around talking about. I didn't fully finish my thoughts on the first series. Pretty sure I need to talk about the third and fourth arcs. But at least I can give an overview of my feelings on the second series while we make our way to South Sector. Man, the second series starts out really, really strong. It introduces good character dynamics really quickly, and although I'm not a fan of love triangle type stuff, Davis, Kairi, and TK are a fun enough trio. The problem is, of course, that Davis sucks. There is never any doubt, at least in my head, that TK is who Kairi is going to pick, which makes the entire subplot of Davis is into Kairi and is trying to get her attention all the time suck. Davis as a whole is just a very annoying character, and the fact that he is the leader of the second Digidestined sucks. And it's kind of those bones that tell you there's going to be something wrong with the series. It starts out a lot of fun. It starts out with some very cool scenes and things like that. I think the other new Digidestined, thanks Brain, we can't remember names right now. I think that they're good. I think they're strong additions to the team, and of course, the first half of the series is constant interactions with the old Digidestined, and it turns out, after watching an entire series with them, they're very enjoyable to spend time with. But also, I want more action things that let us see our cast become mentor characters. Obviously, the Digimon Adventure 2 doesn't really have that big of an age skip, but honestly, it's really nice to just see characters getting to bond with other people without having to stay in the spotlight. Without having to be the one solving the problem, they can still pass on lessons and things like that. And I think it's really charming. But then the show starts dragging its feet. Honestly, the pacing of the second series is what I dislike so much about it. It just feels like things never get moving. And it just ends up making everything feel like it's taking too long. You'll hit something that feels like it's a finale, and instead, things keep going. Happens with both the Digimon Emperor storyline and the Arukeni storyline. And then Black War Greymon outstays their welcome, just because the fact that they give you X number of MacGuffins. And I'll tell you right now, the payoff for the Black War Greymon storyline is not great. Eventually, Black War Greymon comes back into the story and does way better work, but the actual plot line they're doing with him is... I know I've said it before, let's say it again. It sucks. Huh, I was wondering if that was going to happen. Once in like 10 times I'll take the wrong turn there. This swamp is so much less interesting without a new Musyamon in it. Now, I mentioned the Digimon Emperor, and the concept behind the Digimon Emperor is really strong. This is the weird thing. I think the concepts throughout Series 2 are very strong and really good, and I think the characters, with the exception of Davis, are honestly pretty strong. Maybe, if not probably, stronger than their original series counterparts. TK and Kairi getting to just grow into their roles more is really good, and some of the things they do with Kairi are phenomenal, honestly. It's interesting what could have happened if they'd had... no, I don't want to put it like that. I don't know what held back Series 2, honestly. I know that by the end, it does an ending that's so saccharine and stupid that made my teeth want to rot out and made my eyes roll so hard they almost came out of my skull. But if just the ending hadn't been bad, it would not have a sour taste in my mouth. They needed to figure out how to have momentum, keep that momentum, and then when to roll to a proper stop. And they just weren't able to land that. And while some shows, like My Hero, I wish that they would slow down the pacing to give us more time with character work, Digimon Series 2 just wasn't good enough for that. Hi 8mon, bye 8mon. Now you notice I was just kind of dancing around, and I kind of stopped in front of this girl, because I wanted to finish my thoughts, because this is the person who tells us where to go. I was looking for a cat in Bioswamp. Behind the shrine, I saw the crest of reliability. I wonder why it was there. Thank you. So then, with that piece of information, we head to that portion of the Bioswamp. Which, not gonna lie, when I first came back to the game, I thought I knew exactly where everything was, and this thing took me like 30 minutes to find because I just was constantly taking the wrong turn. I don't think the game is actually that badly mapped out when it comes to something like the Bioswamp, but man, I got lost. Hey, Demi-Devimon. Bye, Demi-Devimon. Speaking of Demi-Devimon, yeah, I haven't talked that much about Series 2 other than mostly saying it's boring to some other people at a card shop, and I'm struggling to have an opinion here. At the time, I was mostly annoyed, but on top of that, I was bored, and I think that boredom just means I'm lacking a proper opinion. It never does anything that insulting. Again, the ending maybe, but the ending is so over-the-top stupid that, again, hard time caring. I do enjoy the idea of Digidestined around the world, though. Definitely helps the build up to other series with other Digidestined. The fact that direct follow-ups were dropped after Series 2 is kind of a shame considering the work that they did setting up the Digidestined around the world. I don't know. The world, as I've been told, it's called the World Tour arc is a weird thing for me because it's another moment where I think the show honestly takes something that could have just been one really cool big event and it gets broken up into enough episodes that it kind of loses its luster. It stops feeling quite so special because you're just interacting with it longer than maybe you should have. But mileage will vary. That's how a lot of shows like that go. Similarly, not everyone's going to enjoy the beginning of Digimon's first series. There it is, the symbol of sincerity. Then is the Digi-Egg of sincerity in there? But how am I supposed to break down the wall? Maybe Sepicmon can help me. You know, for all the crap I give this game, if it was truly terrible, it would not tell you things like that. And sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. So at least it doesn't constantly get it wrong. I'm trying to think if I can get a coherent thought here that's useful. I don't think so. I think I just need to drop the conversation topic of Series 2. I don't think I'm gonna get there. By the way, in case you're curious if we're done running back and forth between South and East Sector, we're not. Because we're about to be told to go to Baronmon. So Pikmon, ask my friend about... oh god. Ask my friend Baronmon about bombs. Baronmon is good at making bombs. So we know where Baronmon is. He's back in Protocol Ruins. And I mentioned in the very first, well, first or second, I'm pretty sure, that episode that we need to get ourselves a TNT ball. I have a TNT ball. Because Baronmon needs a TNT ball to make a proper bomb that's going to blow up the wall and get us that Digi-Egg of reliability. So, one more trip back and forth, and then it'll be off to West Sector with us. And I've never been overpowered enough at this point that I did not need to do more grinding to go to West Sector. Honestly, most of the time it's a matter of I go to West Sector thinking I'm strong enough, struggling a little bit, and going, I'll come back. Because West Sector's a jump. And that's because the design is so different. South Sector is designed that you can make your way through it with a champion level Digimon. It's just going to be a little bit of work, and by the end of it, you probably should be reaching Ultimate, which accordingly means that if you're not an Ultimate level Digimon by the time you reach West Sector, you're in deep shit. So, you need to get an Ultimate level Digimon, go to West Sector, and then, because they expect you to already be an Ultimate level Digimon, and because, honestly, the scaling of threats in this game is not very well done, it's a good idea to spend some time in West Sector grinding, just so that you're not just a bare minimum Ultimate. Obviously, we're not going to be a bare minimum Ultimate, we're still going to be wrecking face to a fair degree, but we should start seeing enemies not die to singular hits. And I'll probably work on something off screen, but at least do a little bit of grinding for an accessory. Because we've gone this whole time without filling our accessory slots. Now, that's because we only had Water Power 1, and that was from doing some farming on Seadramon. And I chose to let the normal background stick around. I could have equipped it for this recording after bringing it up last time, decided not to. To be fair, Water Power 1 feels really silly to be using when you start going underwater. From what I remember of having personally tested before, it doesn't fully change your attack to water element. It simply adds a water element effect to the attack based on the attack's regular strength. So if you're attacking something with super high water resist, you get a very small bonus to damage. If you're attacking something with really weak water resist, then suddenly you deal a lot more damage. But it doesn't actually affect your base attack, from what I figured out. From my own personal testing, I don't know if that's actually how it works, because I have not gone into the code to figure out how it works. But Water Power 1 is typically one I just don't use because it just doesn't feel worthwhile enough 90% of the time. Because a lot of enemies have really high water resist going through South Sector, and then once you get the Digi-Egg of reliability, by the way, new enemies in Wire Forest, everything gets upgraded after the events in Asuka City with Kale, which is kind of fun. I like it. I'm always a fan when an RPG changes earlier areas based on the events happening later in the game. Especially the case where they know that you're still having to run back and forth and all over the place, it's especially nice. Means that the random fights do a lot more for you as far as levels and experience goes. Sorry, levels and money go. Means that even if you don't know how the Digivolution level system works, you're not feeling like your time is as wasted going back through these areas. Even here in Protocol Ruins, we can actually now fight Baronmon, which would be cool if it happens, but I'm not going to try and chase down the encounter. Baronmon, Baronmon, Baronmon is at the top. Baronmon! What? A bomb? Oh, a TNT chip! Sorry, I don't have all the ingredients. If I had a TNT ball, I could make it in a jiffy. Oh, you got the TNT ball! Wait 1 second. Snip, snip, cut, cut. Ta-da! It's now a perfect Baronmon TNT chip. Well, good luck. I'll be rooting for you. Thank you very much. With that, we can move on with our day. Get back to South Sector, blow up that wall, and head to West Sector, where things honestly get a lot more interesting. Minotauromon, we didn't want to fight you, we wanted to fight Baronmon. By the time we finish West Sector, though, we're going to be in a position where we're going to start having fights that can actually be a bit taxing on an ultimate. I've done a playthrough with Skull Greymon and Black War Greymon before, and when I did that, I actually ended up spamming Skull Greymon's super attack because I was just getting blocked a fair bit. Not blocked to the degree that I wasn't able to get through, but the fights were taking a lot longer, and turns out damage starts piling up, especially since as high as our attack and speed are, our defense isn't built to match. So if things start taking time, then we're going to really start taking hits. Eventually we'll fix that. I'm kind of at this point just curious if I can save those tech points for defense until we can do the higher defense tiers, but eventually there's just no getting around it. Eventually Digimon do not die in one hit. Not unless you're spending your MP on them, in which case you now need to be able to hit up places to recover your MP a lot more often. It honestly starts getting interesting towards the end of the game, which is why I'm really curious about the post-game. Again, I've never played the true and proper post-game, and this version of the ROM should have it. So we should be getting to go through that together, and that might be difficult enough that I'll have to eventually get other Digimon into the party, which would be exciting. I wouldn't do that on stream. Obviously, that would be off-stream grinding. Honestly, depending on how much I felt the need to level up in other Digimon entirely, would determine whether or not I take a break from Digimon World 3 as the game on the channel and swap to something else, or if I was able to keep going unbroken. That's a question for much, much later, though. Because leveling up a Digimon later on in the game gets a lot easier because you have that much, much better equipment. Not to mention you have access to the much more efficient training, so their stats just raise higher. You're able to get them to places where their Digivolution level raises faster. It's just all around a good time. Able to make a lot more progress, a lot faster than you do in the early game, which is good. It's honestly part of why I do this solo Digimon experiment, is because I was curious how much more efficient you can make it later on in the game. You can't get Vmon, one of the rookie Digimon options, until you're in West Sector. That raised a lot of questions about how fast you could get Vmon to a usable level, and it turns out it doesn't honestly take that long. I have my problems with Vmon though, and basically anything you're trying to do with Vmon, you may as well just go ahead and do with Agumon, because we're likely going to just end up going to what Vmon's ultimate form is. And I don't want to make promises about that, because it requires a lot of effort. Chances are good, I'll give you that much, but no promises. I always want it to be the first turn after the bridge. No, it's back here, on this thin little path. Gekkomon, die. I do love that we are particularly Skull Greymon for these streams where we're just overpowering everything, because Skull Greymon is just such a monster. Just walking through the digital world, leaving a path of destruction without a care in the world. It's very in flavor for it. Okay, so I placed the TNT chip over there. There's a hole in the wall. Now we can go in. I think this is a neat way of saving on resources. They knew how they were going to be making the backgrounds and settings. This is such a pretty place. It's used for this one scene, and I really love it, honestly. And because I don't play with music on normally when I play games, I never realized what the music in here sounds like. I don't know where else this track comes up. That's super cool to me. They make a big deal out of getting this Digi-Egg. And we will be getting another one before the end of the game, so now I'll be curious when we get that. What the music is like. Because the presentation definitely isn't as good. And now we've taken the light from the temple. Now I can call Submarinemon and cross the ocean. And then back up we go. Onwards to glory! Or more. Onwards to West Sector. I realized I forgot to change the stream information. What does it say that the stream... Meh. We're 40 minutes in. Anything I put at the stream beginning probably wouldn't have applied anyways. So we're now just going to run through the rest of the swamps, because the route we want to take is not going to be over here. The Submarinemon routes are not that bad, and you can figure them out decently easily. And there are two different paths we can take to West Sector. One would involve going back to East Sector, going to Plug Cape, and from there we can go. And the nice thing about that is that that path takes you straight to the gym in West Sector, which is where you build Machine Resist, which is what most Digimon need to be able to get access to the Metal Mamamon line of Digivolutions, which I love deeply. I love so much. Metal Mamamon is hilarious, and yes, we will be using them later on. At the very least, no matter how much off-screen grinding I do, I'm going to show you Metal Mamamon. Nothing can stop me from that. Because again, I didn't feel the need to show off things like Metal Greymon. You can look at pictures of Metal Greymon and trust me, it's going to be what you think. But Metal Mamamon is so different, because most of your Digimon are big. Metal Mamamon's like smaller than Agumon. So I love it dearly, but we won't have Metal Mamamon until after we obtain War Greymon, which is our Mega, which we won't get until level 40. So, I can only get so excited so early because it's going to be a while. For those of you curious, when Black War Greymon is going to happen, we have to reach level 99. So, Black War Greymon is still a ways away. And as I've also commented before, eventually you'll hit a point where every Digivolution level, no matter the quality of enemy you're facing, takes 10 fights. Oh hey! We know this guy, it's Keith. Hey kid. Hey kid, do you know about the legendary gym? If you go there, your Digimon will get really strong. If my Digimon train there, they'll be invincible. Okay, just the same thing again. No, Keith, I did not know about that. When can I reach that, Keith? Keith, when can I reach that? Keith, that's not in North Sector, is it? Because North Sector's a little far away. So we've gone into the Jungle Shrine. Is this where we're supposed to go next? No. I wanted to show something, and thankfully it showed up early. Wham! So, our overpowered Digimon deals less than a third of this Numamon's health. And the Numamon claps back for not a bad amount of damage. So, this is something terrifying This is a go back now. Oh, I guess we do deal a third of its health. It's also fast enough we don't go twice. Huh. Okay. I didn't expect that. So yeah, that's what we call a high quality opponent. If I was going to do grinding that was just for Digivolution levels, they would be what I'm fighting right now. Down at the bottom of the Jungle Shrine is Zonbamon. So, that gives you an idea of how strong Zonbamon is supposed to be right now. We're not going to play with Zonbamon right now. Mostly because getting through the shrine is a little bit of work, and honestly, we'll get back to it. We have to go there for the plot later, so we'll just take care of Zonbamon when we get there. See just how much more powerful we are than him by then. So this is the Garudamon gym, and it adds Haunting! Becomes strong against dark. And as you can tell, there's one missing, because that is Machine Tolerance. Fun fact about Machine Tolerance, it's also how you raise your max MP through the gym. And then one of them, I don't remember which, will raise your max MP, which makes it the best thing to do in the late game. Welcome to Submarinemon maps. They look fairly similar to one another because they are a bunch of reused assets, so they're not exciting to go through, but man, they're exciting to see the first time. And of course, Water Digimon. How much damage does a Divine Rain do to us? Okay. Dolphmon is the easier of the two enemies that you can get while going through these paths. The other one is Gessomon. Gessomon can actually be a problem if you're not the right level. Gessomon is on the path from Flood Cape, so this is definitely the easier way to get into South Sector. Sorry, into West Sector. And getting into West Sector relatively unharmed is not a bad idea, because it's big. If you're coming in from this side, you're also further away from the inn. So you can end up doing a whole bunch of plot-related stuff without ever getting to the inn because you just didn't take the right turn. And then you could end up being really hurt and run into a boss because a boss just happens to you. Thankfully, getting to the inn after that situation is a pretty straightforward shot, so you will heal eventually, but if you're not careful, you find yourself in the wrong spot for too long. And as I've discussed before, I think the difficulty in this game is best looked at not as you're going to lose individual fights, but instead as the war of attrition type. You need to be careful not to get yourself in, not to be too weak to the point where you're constantly bleeding resources. If you're feeling the need to, if you go for a pure spirit build, then you're constantly bleeding MP. And we just had 3 fights right back to back to back. If we were having to use a mid-level ability twice for each of these fights to match what our attack is currently doing, then that's a problem, because that's going to run out pretty quick. MP costs get pretty dire, honestly. Renamon can handle that to a fair degree, but currently we have somewhere around like 1700, and I think Dark Thorn takes over 100. We can actually go ahead and double check because that is our strongest tech right now. Elemental weaknesses definitely play a much bigger role if you're using the techs, by the way. Lightning techs to handle Water Digimon, which is one of the things that Renamon's baseline learns, so that's a good piece of design right there. That your primary magic attacker amongst the group does learn the relevant skills. So Blackthorn, our best attack by a mile, costs 60. So we can actually use this a fair bit. It's actually not nearly as expensive as I was afraid it would be. With our unupgraded spirit, how much does it deal? Oh! So yeah, we could be handling these fights with an attack and a Blackthorn. Honestly, before next stream, I might just upgrade our spirit. but doesn't change the fact that the attacks are just the easiest, fastest way to get through this game. No wait on, no need to select through menus, and you really you never need to worry about running out of MP, because there's no items to restore MP. And trust me, there are times in this game where that gets especially relevant. There are items to pick up. Hey look, it's Nick. We know Nick. So what are Nick and Keith doing showing up again? Well, this is when everything starts coming together. Because there's something going on in West Sector. And because we were told about things like Lucky Mouse, because things were ramped up, this isn't going to be a surprise that things are happening in West Sector. It gets the brain looking for the intrigue rather than surprised by the intrigue, and I really appreciate that. And the other direction also still gets the same element. Although maybe not, because this side you get Nick. No matter what, if you go through the woods, you get Keith. And if you go to the inn, which we will be stopping at just for the sake of a safety heal. I don't need to safety heal, we'll go to the inn later. Lisa's over there. The third in our trio of weird people who we don't know what they're doing, but we've been forced to have conversations with. And then out here, next to these, frankly, I love the big poles in the middle of the desert situation we got over here. Are you going to Byakko City? Yeah, that's the plan. You better not. What? Why not? Just go back from here, okay? Hey, wait. He's gone. But what's up with the Byakko City thing? I don't know why Numamon doesn't just tell us what the situation is. It would certainly keep us from making this stupid decision. I like this track a lot. So I'm not going to bother talking to anyone because they all just tell us to go see Byakko Leader. Hehe, looks like another strong one is here again. Oh, he's just a kid. That's no challenge. There's more players in the city, but it's only your imagination that you can't see them. Hey kid, you challenging the leader? I'm gonna bet 100 bit on you. So, yeah, you get the situation of everyone's a little bit weird, and yeah, there aren't other players, just these soldier people. Oh, you must be the new challenger. Please come inside. Byakko leaders are waiting for you. We've all been waiting for you. Hurry and go fight with our leader. This is also off-putting because you're getting to go fight Byakko leader immediately, where there's always been work between you and reaching the leader before. Welcome, challenger. Let's battle. Wait a sec. First, I've got a question. First, we fight. If you win, I'll tell you all I know. Okay, there's no way I'm going to lose. And Byakko leader unleashes the fury of his Numamon. He's only got 2 Digimon. You could say that he's a crappy leader. And these Numamon are going to take 3 hits to kill. Oh, they actually hit. Normally, just because of card building, I've actually done some more grinding, at least at this point. But yeah, this fight is not anything impressive just because there's only 2 of them. And they go down pretty easily. Numamon. And then Numamon tries to switch to a different Digimon. Byakko leader, not made out to be spooky. Smack. Man, I love the animation on Numamon so much, honestly. It's weird seeing them depicted this small. I would actually say I'm used to Numamon being depicted as bigger, but that's actually pretty faithful to the first anime. Numamon are not large, and man, they make them just look so squishy. I can just imagine touching one and I would hate it so much. Haha, you're strong. I like you. Okay then, so what about this guy called Lucky Mouse? Hold on a minute. The Byakko badge is in that room. I'll listen to you after you get it. Okay, I'll be right back, so wait here. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's weird about this already. The fact that he doesn't have the Byakko badge on him is honestly the smallest portion of it. The fact that he's a leader with only 2 Digimon, and that those Digimon were not that much of a step up from the Suzaku leader. Huh, that's weird. There isn't any badge here. When I talk about loving Digimon because it's over the top, things like that musical sting are what I'm talking about. What's going on? One wall support goes after the next. There's not a lot of sprites, but they use them very effectively. So yes, it was a trap! You got conked the fuck out. Where am I? Oh yeah, I fell into the basement. Okay, I need to find a way out of here. Climb the ladder. Climb the ladder. You. Go downstairs and sit quiet with everyone else. What? No one's there? Don't lie to me. No one can escape from this underground cave. Bad news. Sorry, you can't pass through. We've captured you. Alright, now Skull Greymon. Remember to chew on their bones. You don't want them getting stuck in your esophagus. Your spinal esophagus, sure. What's blocking the hole? A big rock? No, that's a Numamon. What? I told you, Byakko... I should actually be doing it different. Well, no. I told you, Byakko City is dangerous. Hey, you're that Numamon. That's right. I'll help you, so come on. So how does Numamon get up here? We should be fine here. Hey, thanks. But what is with the people of Byakko City? Their leader lied and dropped me into the basement. The leader and everyone else are all fakes. What? Then who were those guys? That doesn't concern you. If you want to meet the real leader, then go to Mobius Desert. He's in the Mirage Tower beyond the desert. Hey, hold on. What's going on? I can't tell you anything more. Don't go near Byakko City anymore. It's a weird way of talking. Oh, alright. See ya. Alright then. Let's find the real leader and talk to him. Jump down. We will be back to this place later. Honestly, it's another one of my favorite tile sets. Thank you for the 100-bit. Never mind, no thank you. Thank you, you useless chest. Hey! Just the enemy I wanted to see. You I need to rip something out of. So Tuskmon drops the most useful item in the entire game. This is the item that makes it so that you can heal spam your way through fights. Oof. Okay, yeah. Really feeling that low defense. Tuskmon drops an accessory called the Counter Guard. We haven't used accessories because they're mildly expensive for not a lot of effect, and you can't get really good ones until this point in the game. One of them being the Counter Guard from Tuskmon. Thankfully, you don't have to pickpocket it from them, which is a skill that the Guillaumon line learns, so we didn't need to go down the Guillaumon line. We'll want to get that, and then there's a bunch of different options as far as the second one goes. Once we have access to a specific place, I'll just grab something that raises our EXP gain, because I have a problem. Hey Lisa. Hi Junior. Why am I here? That's a secret. Women always have secrets. Lisa is much more directly, I'm a weirdo, than the other two were. Stay in the inn. The inn at this point is 44-bit. So actually, I guess so if you consider the standpoint of why do I feel the need to save the money from having 2 other Digimon in my party at all times that don't need the healing? Well, I just got a box that gave me only 100-bit. And I would have just spent that 100-bit on 2 people sleeping who didn't need it. So you know what? Maybe I am right. The game vindicates me. And ain't that what it's all about? Takugumon, please go away. Actually, since I knew I wasn't going to one-shot Takugumon there, I probably could have just tried a Blackthorn. Because now's a good time to start experimenting with when Blackthorn's going to get the job done when our attack isn't. Goodbye, Dokugumon. I absolutely, by the way, just bob my head along with the victory theme. God, I love it so much. Now we're getting to something that I don't love so much. And that I think I remember how to do. There's a tall tower beyond the Mobius Desert, but I've never been there, so I don't know much. Okay, only one line of dialogue from you. I've been to Mobius Desert, but it's dangerous. You get lost in all the nothingness. So, yeah, this is a maze. It's a really shitty maze. And normally I would explore to show you what the different tiles look like, but then I'm going to forget my way. If I remember correctly, how this should work is a top, a left, a top. No, I'm off something, I think. A left. At some point I have to take the same path twice, and that path should be a double up. So I think it's an up, and then... Oh, no, never mind. It's just up, left, up. Sorry. Yeah, up, left, up. And then we have to take the reverse to get out. So, God have mercy on me. That sucks, and the way people explain it online sucks even more. To be fair, I'm even saying top and left, and that doesn't technically work there. There's also some of the worst encounters in the game in there, including Vademon, who has confuse attacks, so we're just gonna be happy that none of that happened to us. The Mirage Tower looks really cool, by the way, since I did not comment on it, and the Mirage Room looks even better. I'm into this. Floating blocks for life. Who are you? No, sorry. I'm sorry, but leave me alone. Byakko leader, I have something to ask. I kind of wish that they had made Byakko leader standing away from you when you find him. You found me already? Fine, then I'll just have to fight you. What? Wait a second. Silence! I'm not going to lose to the AOA. What? AOA? Don't play games with me. Come here, my Digimon! I can't believe this. Oh well. Alright, let's get this over with already. So, who are the AOA? Well, you'll remember from episode 1, which for me is like 12 hours ago and for you is like 5, the AOA are a terrorist organization who use Digimon for evil purposes and who are wreaking havoc on the internet. now we have an idea of who's taking over Byakko City, even before we defeat Byakko Leader. If you remember that these are cyber terrorists, then you know this shit's not good. And we gotta do something about it. Oh, we're not faster than Flymon by a lot. Okay. This is what I get for not spending any of that extra TP we have on speed. Sure. We're super high enough level. I'll eat the fact that all that saved up TP is now coming back to haunt me. Tortamon, I'm pretty sure your physical defense is pretty unreasonable, so let's get past that with... Ah, you evaded once. That's the problem with trying to use Blackthorn right now, is that it does hit 3 times, which means your opponent also has 3 chances to evade a portion of the damage. So we got 262, would be 390 something if we used Blackthorn again, and didn't get evaded at all. What's our physical attack deal here? 323? Yeah, Blackthorn doesn't deal enough extra damage that I want to swap to it. And mercifully, we're faster than the turtle. I will cop to this. Part of why I am still so cocky, despite the fact that our speed and our defense are failing us a little bit, is because I did buy 11 of the supercharges, which heal us for 2,000 health. So we have another 22,000 health to deal with problems. So that's why I'm not stressed. Hi, Mamamon! Mamamon, you're bigger than Metal Mamamon. What the hell? You see, we stripped off all the organic bits and compressed it into a smaller ball. Oh, right. Okay. So that electric shock effect that went 1 straight line down the bottom and then 2 up to the top, that's a sign that this could cause paralysis. And it is absolutely possible to just lose to a bunch of paralysis procs, keeping us stunned forever, so... Here's hoping. There's Frozen. But we get an attack through. And I think that's the end of Mamamon? No. Okay. Oh, okay. So like paralysis in Pokemon, it's not a guaranteed stun, but it's worrying enough. But we get there. So just the jump between fighting like Suzaku Leader to here, you can see what I'm talking about when it comes to you need a very solid ultimate. You need to be careful and you need to do some grinding. Because there's a jump. Oh, I see. I'm sorry for mistaking you for the AOA. That's okay, but wait, does that mean the people in Byakko City are... Yes, they're the AOA. They just came and took over Byakko City. We were held in the basement prison, but Numamon came and rescued us. I see. But the AOA and Lucky Mouse. And what's happening to Digimon online? I don't know either. If you want to know more, then find that Numamon. If you go to the Dum Dum Factory, you'll find him. Okay. Wait a second, I haven't given you this yet. After all, you did beat me, and it might come in handy later. Yeah, I got the Byakko badge. Thanks, Byakko Leader. There'll be more AOA. Be careful. God, I love this music. I want to show something off. So we skipped all the shops when it came to South Sector, but now we have the Mirage Tower. Now we have another weapon shop. I want to show off the fact that our weapons are still stupidly better. So, that button. So if we got a Wolf Fang, our attack would decrease by over 200. And the Claymore on sale is a little less than 70 drop. So yeah, we are not looking to do any of this right now. Even the defense is 5 defense less. So, not for us. All these boss fights have given us like 6,000 more bit. It's kind of nice. So yeah, that's Byakko Leader taken care of. Seriously, the Mobius Desert can suck when you get lost in it. If the whole problem of this game is that you are constantly fighting a war of attrition, sorry, that everything else is fighting a war of attrition against you, then man, the Mobius Desert gets rough. Okay, so going back is the one where you do one thing that's obviously different. Because you ended on an up, you need to start on a down. So we're coming from the top of the screen and going all the way down, and now I need to remember that through this fight. Vaidmon, please disappear. Die in one hit, die in one hit, die in one hit. No. Still not unreasonably close. You can definitely see how if you get to Mega during this stage that you just start running Ramshot over everything. That white effect, I think that white effect is instant kill. I've never seen it proc with Vaidmon. In fact, I don't think I can ever remember instant kill procking, but instant kill is supposed to be in this game. Huh. Okay, sure. So yeah, we started with that. Now we're going to the right. Then when we come out of right, we go down. And there'll be a right and a down and a right. And that should be it? Or is it just going to be this right? Okay, no. One more down, then a right. Hey! Hey, I'm DRI Ken. I'm a black belt. I'm an athletic researcher. It's only been 2 years since I became a researcher. Okay. So, Ken there allows you to get the DNA, sends you on the quest to get the DNA for Monmon. Monmon is, you need to find those DRI agents who send you on a short little quest that allows you to eventually get your hands on the other rookie Digimon. Vmons shows up if you're in, but you can only get them to give you the quest if the Digimon in your party fall within a specific level total. So in the case of Ken there, the level total is 45 through 60. What makes Vmon particularly difficult to get is the fact that not only do you need to have gotten to West Sector, you can only get him to give you what you want if your total level is below 30. So, you know, if I hadn't done as much grinding, we could have gone there, but would have been a pain in the butt. How does Pepper Breath compare to a normal attack right now? No matter what, we'll have to go through another series of attacks to kill this thing, but also look at how small we are. Ambushes are always entertaining, just because you're so small all of a sudden. Really much, that point gets really hammered home when you're Gallantmon. What I found out playing Digimon video games is that Gallantmon is way bigger than I thought he was. Really need to rewatch Tamers just to find out, does Gallantmon always look that big compared to every other Digimon, or is this just a thing that, like, the official wiki found out and all the games now do? Because Gallantmon is huge. Love me a Gallantmon. Gallantmon was one of the designs I liked as a kid and is now just one of my favorite Digimon as an adult. Unfortunately, Vmon's line actually was one of my top 2 as a kid. My number 1 is something that we'll just get to see eventually. So I'm gonna hold off on that. But number 2 was Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode. And I'm gonna be honest, the design's a little much for me nowadays. Especially because it has this silly face mask situation that for some reason just looks so lame to me. I want it to just have a helmet so badly, but as I've gone older, I've only fallen more in love with heavy suits of armor. Hence why, as a Dark Souls player, I am heavy armor for life. I'm not going to stop and save, but I will just leave an autosave here, just because it's clear that things are getting a little more dangerous, and I don't want us losing over an hour of progress just because I didn't choose to save. Saving though actually takes like a minute, because the bar just loads really slowly, even on a really good computer like this. So we're just gonna leave that autosave back there. Might do another one later. So up here is Dum Dum Factory. And I actually love the fact that basically everything you're being told to do here in West Sector, you have a reason to have an idea of where it is. You have a reason to have an idea of where Mirage Desert is because you've been through several different desert tiles, supposedly looking for Byakko City. Then you get into this situation where he told you to go to Dum Dum Factory. Well, the only place we've seen any sign of machinery here in West Sector was where Numamon dropped us off. So you're not only more likely to go back to where Numamon dropped us off, but it's also got a lot of visual aesthetics that lean you towards a place called Dum Dum Factory being there. It's good. It's you. Why did you return? There's something I want to ask you, so... There's nothing to tell you. Numamon, just let me work with you, and we don't have to chase you around. I guess we're gonna have to chase Numamon around. And this could be annoying. Honestly, I find it kind of charming, and part of it is because of one specific element we'll be running into shortly. That just always makes me grin. Hagurumon, I love you. Hagurumon is up there as far as what rookie Digimon I would want to have. Oh, welcome back again, True Demon Eye Zero. Welcome to the stream. We're in the Dum Dum Factory now. We have realized that we are not as overpowered as we were previously, because the jump in difficulty for West Sector is way higher than the jump in difficulty for South Sector. But we're chasing down a Numamon, which basically means hitting these random trigger... Not random, but these seemingly random trigger points across the space that cause you to see a scene with Numamon, where they run into a room. Okay, it's that room over there. So we run over to the room, which means going down the ladder, doo-doo-doo, going down the ladder, doo-doo-doo, into the room, and duct room number 1 contains no Numamon, but a chest. Huh? That's weird. Numamon isn't here. And inside the chest is an HP chip. So each time we fail to find Numamon, we succeed in finding a stat chip. And I like stat raising chips, so that element definitely gets this quest way more endeared to me than it would be otherwise. And I can never perfectly remember what spots cause Numamon to go where, so bear with me. There we go. Alright, Numamon just pops out of this one, says hi, and then runs the fuck away. Okay, I found you. I'm not going to let you get away this time. You should just give up. Also, respect True Demon Eyes. Looks like both of us should decide today was a double stream kind of day. And now we get a mind chip, which increases our wisdom. Part of what makes leveling up Spear kind of awkward is that wisdom also influences whether or not things will evade your magic attacks. So you have to level up both those stats to make your magic attacks good, whereas speed, which is impossibly useful for going twice, is something that is what you need to determine evade rates for your physical attacks. Hello, Endramon. You're one of those super nice supporting characters in the first game. Sorry, in the first series. And there's the double Frozen proc that did not happen against Maymamon. Thank you for happening here instead of against Maymamon. Oh, 3 frozen procs in a row. Thankfully, we have twice as much action economy, so we did not just get stomped on for a minute there. We're so close to level 70, and I think level 70 is when we start getting to use the signature skill of Skullgreymon. Which, in case you haven't figured it out, might have something to do with the suspicious-looking thing on Skullgreymon's back. There he is. Run, 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 run. Come here, Numamon. Duct room number 2. It does amuse me that these aren't in order of the numbers to duct rooms. Makes me curious how they chose to number the duct rooms versus how versus when they put the Numamon events in. Not over here yet, or did I not go? Okay, I wanted to double check. Okay, so in that case, there it is. Man, Numamon's pretty fast. Yeah, it's running circles around us, and also has the ability to teleport, maybe? I'm gonna chalk it up to teleportation. Otherwise, I have to confront the fact that I might be slow. And a power chip, which increases our attack power. And it turns out I like attack power. So that should be the last one before Numamon, before we move forward. Andromon stands before us again, falling before the mighty claws of the Skullgreymon. This is a fitting end for the Andromon, considering the raging primal monstrosity that is Skullgreymon, not even stopping as it is frozen. All hope for us, the Dum Dum Factory, and the digital world is lost. It has learned Dark Shot. I didn't start doing the Andromon voice there, thinking I was going to get Dark Shot, but about halfway through the fight I realized I was going to get Dark Shot, and I'm proud of myself for how well I paced that out. There's Numamon. He's upstairs. I've come this far, I'm going to catch him. I like how character-wise, Junior doesn't have a lot of character, but what character he does have, I think determined and headstrong are what I would describe him as. Why did you come here? Hey, do you know where Numamon is? Numamon, what do you want with him? There's something I really have to ask. Come on, tell me. I know where he is, but I can't tell you that easily. Beyond this point, only the strong may enter. If you still want to see him, then defeat me first. Hi, Andromon. Much larger. Dark Shot. Launch organic missiles. I love how the signature skills get all this special treatment to really sell them. Holy crap, that dealt nothing to it. Okay. My understanding is that Dark Shot's actually a mechanical attack, so... Sorry, a machine-based attack, so not terribly surprising that High Andromon, the machine boss, did not take a lot of damage from it. Although it looks like we're just not hitting this thing for a lot of damage anyways. So, hey, we're just gonna have to smack him around a little bit harder. Thankfully for us, unlike normal Andromon, it doesn't stun, it just tries and hits you really hard. Dum Dum Factory, by the way, is what I would refer to as the first super, oh. Okay. Again, we had the white smoke there. That could have been an instant kill. This is what I would refer to this as a super dungeon because it's longer and it's got multiple bosses. Not a bad idea to run out and heal if you feel the need to. As it is right now for us, we have all those supercharges. We're not taking that much damage. We can push through. We don't need to run out. I respect your great strength. You pass. Numamon is in the sewers beyond the secret stairs. I've unlocked the door to the secret stairs. Go ahead, but before that, take this rusty rifle. Yeah, I got the rusty rifle. Well, hi, Andromon. Thanks, we're off. The enemy is stronger beyond here. Be careful. Does it? Yes, it does put us outside the room with Hi Andromon. Hi Andromon, I think, is the first person who tells us about how the weapons that are titled Old X have secret power inside of them. And that's hinting to the fact that they turn into the strongest weapons in the game. Which, as far as I know, doesn't come with any kind of special damage multiplier, so if you just max out your attack set, you don't need them anyways, question mark? I don't know. From what I've been able to tell online, they're just not worth the effort. Because you have to track down Digimon in a whole bunch of different places, you need to purchase really expensive weapons at each level, and it's just a lot of work. Hey look, up there we see Lisa and Waru Manzaimon. So something's going on up there. Let's go find out. Sukamon. I made the shitty joke earlier. This is just crap. I don't like the filth Digimon. I'm sure there are people who have much deeper affection for them than I do. They certainly keep coming up in the series plenty often. I do not like the filth Digimon. I'm glad that Skullgreymon, by way of not having skin, probably can't feel what Sukamon feels like, because the texture alone would be enough to probably make me vomit. Hate it. Oh, I forgot to actually look at how much MP Darkshot cost, because that's really going to give us an idea of how good or bad our MP situation is. That's weird. Numamon isn't around. I don't know why they... That's interesting to me, that they use this message system here for Lisa yelling, but I guess it's because they can't put... What was that? I wonder if it's that they can't put a bubble when it's not attached to a sprite. You're so cute! Marry me! No, I don't like freaks. Oh, that's, Lisa. Hey, you're Junior, right? Please, help this cute damsel in distress. Okay, okay, you got it. I did do a save state, by the way, before entering this fight. This is the fight I remember, one time when I was a kid, I died to this fight and lost 3 hours of progress, including the entire Dum Dum Factory. Hey, Waru Manzaimon! Pick on someone your own size. Which is not me. I'm much smaller than you. Who are you? Get out of my way! And here's our second boss fight of Dum Dum Factory. I love Waru Manzaimon's look so much. Waru Manzaimon is definitely up there as far as Digimon I wish this game would let you have as your partner, just because it looks so good. Man, I guess I'm used to doing this with a Mega at this point, because most of the time, there's a lot of ways to get Megas at this point, and with Renamon in particular, I'm typically Gallantmon at this point. The fact that I wasn't working Skullgreymon's Digivolution levels the entire time I was grinding is why we're not at Black War Greymon yet. Otherwise, we'd probably just add him. Holy crap. That clocked us for a lot. That... Don't like that. Holy crap. Heartbreak attack! Whoa! Feel the power of hearts. Bad news for you. I don't have a heart to break! Rah! And with our physical damage down, we'll have to try and finish this with a dark shot. 90 MP. Okay, that's not so bad. I don't know why I had in my head that things would cost like 120 at the stage, you bastard. Heartbreak attack! Dude, your normal attack dealt over 700 damage to me. You should really be focusing on that. Oh, man, what's with these? His rolls really vary. Either that or he has a really solid crit chance that we're hitting. Does Dark Shot finish him off? Yeah, there we go. Oh, Lord. Looks like we should have been using Dark Shot a lot more. Oh, well. Waterumon Zaimon is down for the count. And we can see at the top of the screen a Numemon looking on. Wow, Junior, you're good. I'm impressed. Huh? Oh, yeah, thanks. Anyway, why are you here, Lisa? That's my line. What are you doing here? Both of you are here to talk to me, alright? And thus appears Numemon. Ah! Numemon! Remember how Lisa was looking for a cute green Digimon? Calm down, Lisa. It's me. What? Numemon is a human? Oh, now I see. Don't scare me like that, Lucky Mouse. The big reveal. What? He's Lucky Mouse? Oh, crap. I guess it's time for the third boss fight. Then that Numemon is... Wait, but then why was Lucky Mouse helping us? Alright. Time for a completely different voice. Huh. Lisa's one thing, but I told you not to come here. Anyway, it's dangerous here. Let's go to my hideout for now. I guess we're following Lucky Mouse. But isn't Lucky Mouse the bad guy? What's going on? How does he tie into the AOA? I forgot that this is what the Secret Room's music is like. This is really discordant to what I associate this room with. It's so colorful, though. So this is Lucky Mouse's hideout. Where's Teddy? Where is he? Teddy? Oh, the boy that found my account code and contacted me. I didn't capture him. It was the AOA. Blame it on the cyber terrorists. Likely story. What? What do you mean by that? Asuka's game master told me that you have him. She's one of the top agents of the AOA. She's not the only one. Megami itself is the AOA. There are many members within this Asuka server. So yeah, Megami is the company in charge of Digimon Online. So basically the whole game is just a front for the AOA. And the game master lied to me? I've got to go rescue Teddy! I was also one of the staff members of Digimon Online. But when I realized what was going on, it was too late. Hey, what is the AOA up to? They are going to take over Digimon Online. Then they will be able to hack the net all over the world. Hey, that's really not good news. All the computers in the world will be under their control. To prevent that, I've caused the program to malfunction, so no one should be able to access the server for a while. And then you blow up the server farm that that Digimon Online is on, and the AOA is fucked. I know that's not how it works in this sense, but still, it entertains me to think about. So no one should be able to access this server for a while. I see. So that's why no one could return to the real world. Ha 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 ha! You've caused a lot of problems, but because of the kid, our plans are back online. Byakko leader, Kale! Kale, are you damsel in distressing? Lucky Mouse knows Kale. Junior, Kurt! Who's Kurt. Have a guess. What? Then Kale's big brother is... I can't remember if Kurt's been mentioned before in the game. Those of you who have the stream VODs will know better than I do, because I can never remember. Yes, my real name is Kurt. I'm Kale's older brother. But how did AOA find out about this place? The number of twists in this scene. Lucky Mouse is a good guy. Lucky Mouse is Kale's brother. AOA is the terrorist organization who's attacking people. And Megami is AOA. Lots of big moment in this game right here. And why is Kale? We followed that kid from Asuka City. She was following the kid too, until we caught her. Let go of Kale. Ha ha ha, not so fast. It's not that easy. If you return what you stole, I'll let her go. Kurt has a difficult moment. Alright, here you go. Some things are more important. Must protect family. What is that? Looks like an egg. Here it is! Ha ha ha! I like how sickly an egg it is. It's even got its own, like, smile or cut put into it. Okay, I'm taking this back. Okay, a promise is a promise. I'll let her go. Kurt, Jr. Ha ha ha! Have your brief moment, but you're all finished now. Everyone, watch out! Kurt! Oink. No way, he turned into a Digimon? You're all going to turn into Oinkmon and be caged up. Okay, who's next? I'm out of energy. Fine then. Come, my Digimon! If you want to battle, then you gotta get past me. Monzaimon, eat Dark Shot. Take missiles. Skullgrammon's ultimate ability. Orbital Bombardment. I love the Bio-Missile. I really, really do. Alright, and since I know that a second Dark Shot's going to just get the job done, we're not going to bother checking how much our physical attack deals. Boom. Kaboom. Goodbye. There goes Monzaimon, followed by Nanimon. Another one of those Digimon whose designs make me uncomfortable. Eat Missile. One way or another, you just spam moves in this game. But Dark Shot is a more impressive move. And killed Nanimon in one shot. We fed that man a missile. That meatball. Ugh. Thanks, I hate it. No, no, my Digimon! You're going to pay for that! And never again will anyone try to turn us into Oinkmon. Which is really good for us. Massive plot contrivance, though. If anyone could not get into the plot of this game after this moment, I don't blame you. Thank you, Junior. You've saved me again. But Curtis, I thought I finally found him, and... Oink, oink! Okay, I've made my decision. I'm going to Asuka City. I'm going to rescue Teddy and trash the Game Master, who has all the cheat codes. Yeah, let's beat up the AOA and change Kurt back. So I realized I was doing the same voice for Kale and Lisa. I'm asking you to do this as well, but I don't want people to panic. So can you keep quiet about the AOA? Roger that. Okay, Kale, I'm going. Look, if you lose, I'll never forgive you. You got that? Good luck! I'm rooting for you. All right. Since I got rated, this is where I'm going to take a break. And for the VOD channel, thank you so much for watching this episode. Feel free to subscribe now that things are picking up. Although next channel might be a little slower. Sorry, next episode, not next channel. Little. But thank you so much for watching. Have the best day you possibly can, and take care.